Recording is on.
It's over. It's over.
It's good.
It's over. It's curtains. That's it. Where we last left off, you were victorious over Bishop Vullen. And Kree is trying on Life as a Vampire, along with Veridel. Toth's character's not going to be very pleased with the current arrangement, so he'll probably need a talking to at some point. But let's start with the real life players. What do you want to do?
Well, all right, so we killed Bishop Vullen. Ultimately, we just need to get back to Dorvit, right? Like, we're done here.
Yeah, unless you want to explore Vullen's crypt.
Yeah. No, we're definitely rifling this joint.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice to get something out of this other than, vampirism, but...
Yeah, so this is the teeniest circle of them all. It's only 10-foot radius.
Is this the place where we found his, it's behind Rebecca's little crypt?
Yeah, yep. So it should, when you're finished drawing it, it should be 3 circles of various sizes attached to each other in a straight line. You came down, the first one is filled with stairs. The second one is the chamber you're in now with the stone block that Rebecca was laying on. And then the little thing, that little thing. So
there's 3 of these things? I know there's one circle I thought had the sarcophagi in it.
Yep. Draw 3 circles of various sizes in a straight line attached to each other, and make sure the middle one's the biggest.
Gotcha. So it's sort of like a topiary.
Be like a bill.
You know what a topiary is?
No.
Twisted trees, that go like this. Boop. They're like manicured. No one's know what a topiary is?
Yep. Well, I mean, now I do.
Yeah.
Something.
Familiar with the concept.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
but
so what's underneath, like where the bishop's slurry is? Is there anything
you were also interested, weren't you interested in armor too? But there's a couple of boxes sealed. This is a small chamber, 10 feet in diameter. There are 2 large chests of this now of black metal, and it has more of those glyphs to, I guess we're going to say it's the Nyctalops, the god that they worship. And they're seamless.
Seamless black armor?
2 boxes. The armor, you were the bishop's armor. I could describe it to you because you were interested in it.
The bishop's armor, yeah, that would be like a coup. I could like paint it up and scratch into it with some arcane symbol, defile it.
You gotta replace your...
The shell. Yeah, I took a hit.
Does it have a helmet?
House.
No, it does not have a helmet. It does not have a helmet.
I was trying to judge the feasibility of, hey, look, one of us is the bishop now to get out of here.
No, it's not masked. These people don't don't really have a tradition of obscuring their face.
I'm trying to find the share screen. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. So there's a box. In which room are we in? We're in the first one, or is it the second one?
Be anywhere room you want to be in.
No, where the box is. You described a box.
The smallest one.
The smallest one at the end, or the first one?
At the end.
Pick it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I kind of want to know. So just sort of give me the sort of overall, because we walked into that first room. there's the sarcophagus where he was, and we sort of mixed it up and made a little like scrambled bishop egg sandwich. And
Yeah, I mean, you got a replay to listen to, but
what do you mean, like online?
but yeah, you're in a chamber where you killed the bishop. The bishop
good.
came out of his little hidey hole.
Okay, and then so the boxes aren't in there. We go into this other one. You guys want to go into that other third one, right? The middle one, the bigger one, and the bigger one. Just can you give me just sort of the basics again, or maybe?
Yeah, there's 3 circles. Draws 3 circles in a line attached to each other. Put the biggest one in the center.
Oh, I got the layout. I was just wondering, like, what's
Okay.
in the little
The
space?
smallest one is the bishop's hidey hole, and then the other one is the stairs that you came down.
Oh,
In the middle, there's the stone block where Dorvit's sister was there.
oh, yeah. I already had that. No, we're
Mhm.
good. Let's open up these black boxes, or at least sort of like, I mean, what do you
Yeah,
got?
let's gonna check them out. See if
They're seamless.
Oh, Jesus.
so the symbols. Maybe have we seen them before?
The symbols are the same as that's been decorated around here. We're all dedicated to. They're the symbol dedicated to Nick Calops, the god of these vampires.
Okay.
Does Dorvit's sister knows? Can she? I mean, translate or tell us what they mean? I mean, maybe they give us a clue how to open these boxes.
I'm looking for something right now, but we'll go to it later.
What's her reaction to us? How's she treating us?
Oh, she's shocked and surprised, and Roosevelt rushes over to her, but she demands to know who you people are. What are you doing in the black cyst? Why has my endless sleep been disturbed?
Well, Lumen's gonna just step forward and say, "Greetings, fair vampiric fiend. We come at the behest of your brother, Dorvit. He has sent us to vanquish his enemies and to rescue you."
My brother, he is here?
He is indeed.
And Roosevelt's like, milady, he's not here right now, but he has returned from his long exile and vigil. And she's like, I want to see him, and he's like, you gotta hold on a second here. I want to let you know. And she's like, who are you? And he introduces himself. But he says, Veridel committed Fatagan, and that both of you and Veridel are in the rely bond. And she's shocked and she's horrified, like, how could this happen? What are you talking about?
Huh?
And you are getting a pressure and a presence filling your head of what? Despondency, resignation, a terrible need and loss and sorrow for losing Dorvit. And she's getting impressions and images. Your mind linked to Rebecca.
Lumen is personally?
Veridel?
Oh, because I had a bit of a snack.
Yep. And Roosevelt Toff wants to know what that means, of course, too. And Roosevelt's like, they're if one dies, the other dies, basically, and they have a sympathetic bond. And technically, now they're married,
What?
which is she's a princess, and Faradel's, pardon the phrase, nobody.
Whoa.
Plus being not, you're not from any noble house. See, Rebecca
She doesn't know me. She doesn't
is
know.
an important tool in the power games between the king, the bishop, and the knight. And Rebecca's like, I've refused to be part of any of these machinations.
Between
So
the bishop and the knight, so Varadel, they're just a pawn.
So
yeah,
what does she want? I mean, like she just wants to stay asleep on this slab of stone forever. Was that working out for her?
she wants to know more about your god Galishma.
Mm.
Very attracted to it. It's very pleasing to her. She's very intrigued. She's lived her centuries under the naked worship of Nyctalops, which always left her hollow.
All
But
So
right.
Galishma, show me your god. I wish to meet her. Basically,
is this a conversation that's happening that we're listening to?
you're here. Yeah, half of it, because Baradel and Rebecca are some of the words you can hear, and some of them can't. It's like some of them are being unspoken
Mhm.
between them, so you have to piece the. But yes, you can hear them talk.
Yeah, I would talk a little bit about her at least. If she meant literally meet her, I mean, that's a thing. It's a bit of a complicated process.
Well, she looks forward to figuring that process out. Roosevelt is probably, and then she looks at you horrified and goes, "No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. What's the meaning? It's pure madness. No, I don't believe it." And she grabs you and it can't be true. It can't be true. And then she falls on her knees, and she's weeping. It's just like, it's all for nothing. It's always been for nothing.
I'm so confused right now.
So what?
Perhaps this world needs to just fade away and die. And Roosevelt's, what are you talking about, Becca? Darvit! He's not here to lead us to a new source of food, a new way to fill this barren, dying world with future and a hope. He's going to smash the mirror. And Roosevelt likes, no, that can't be true. Gentlemen, is this true?
What was the claim? He's gonna what?
Rebecca's horrified to find out that Dorfit is planning on smashing the mirror memory, having the mirror memory smashed.
Yeah, that needs.
Because their world is one of depleted resources. They've been
Mhm.
desperately trying to find another source of food. That was Dorvit's job. That's what he was supposed to be doing, is to prepare the way
I forgot we kind of agreed to do that too, didn't we?
for 600 years. And so she knows it because you're linked mind link. And of course, that's against the nation to do.
Yeah, I forgot about that bit. We were supposed to kill this guy and smash the mirror, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, there were some conversations about it. Just trying to think this through with the mirror. You will be trapped in Zeu Orb. He Dorvit would believe for the rest of your lives,
Oh yeah, that's not going to be a thing. No.
unless you, yeah. But
So the mirror can be how they how did they use the mirror? How did they choose which world to go?
they seek it. That was one of the bishop's specialities, was to find openings. There's many doors in Zeu Orb.
And this is
Like,
what she's telling us right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's many doors in Zeu Orb.
I'm not eager to stay here forever.
mm-mm.
I
No.
got things to tend to that I haven't been able to get back to. I got my
Yeah.
record collection back in Valitaire, and
Yeah. No. Exactly.
And then Roosevelt goes in our more immediate concerns. Roran and Evos would have recorporated by now. So, what are your plans for?
where is the mirror? Can we just not use that to get out of here?
The mirror, Roosevelt tells you, is suspended over the abyss.
Oh,
Lumen's gonna sort of wander back to those boxes. Can we just one thing at a time, ladies and gentlemen? We'll get to it. We just want to check some stuff out. Maybe Toth could detect some evil. I guess there's probably evil all over everywhere.
Yep, there's evil everywhere. There's evil everywhere these days. You can't get away from it.
All right, so
I'm gonna check those boxes for like pressure points in those sigils. It may be a combination, or maybe trace them.
Look for roll your pick locks. We'll see what you. It's seamless, so
Okay.
it's unlike anything you've ever seen or tried to figure out before.
Okay. 60 of 74. So.
You get a 60 of 74.
Mm-hmm.
You can find no latch, no means, no place to.
No hidden keyholes, or no moving panels, little things.
No, it does not seem to have anything to open.
can we ask?
Toth, Lumen, can you drop just a drop of blood over one of the boxes?
my blood.
No, just a little drop.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I'll take out his hatchet and just run a little cut. Drop a little blood on it. Why not?
Okay, that will get it open.
Wow.
You suffer,
Oh God!
Lumen.
Once again, Lumen, roll a D100.
No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It is something like this. Roll 2d6.
Oh, but hold on. I gotta get the good ones. I gotta get the ones that roll like shit.
And you are covered in a translucent, faintly glowing purple color.
We got a 5. We got a 5 on that one.
So daring to touch something blessed and sealed by Nick Tallops has caused you that damage.
What damage? Oh, 5 damage. That was my damage roll.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And also, you felt like you were out in the void of space. It was.
I'm covered too.
And the inserting and turning. Let's see what's inside of it. It opens to reveal the contents in one of it. There is 60 balls of incense. A piece of black metal 3 feet long with a triangular end.
Piece of metal.
30 torch cones. There's actually 2 metal bars with a triangle end.
And 30 what? I'm just trying to get this down.
Torch cones and 60 balls of incense.
Torch cones.
Yeah, you probably should stop drawing now.
I'm not drawing. I'm just writing them down
Oh,
so I don't forget.
they're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just always forget what happened, so just making notes. That's it in that box, huh? There's 2 boxes.
There's 1 box,
Okay.
and it has 30 torches, 60 cones, and 2 metal bars with little 3-foot rods,
Mm,
triangles on it.
nice. Maybe brands. We could brand somebody.
Yeah, I thought that.
And then there's some bishop armor. Does it fit?
It's brilliant gold, hard as iron, light as porcelain, covered by endlessly etched lines and symbology. The upper chest is covered in short nodules protruding like a field of smooth, overly long nipples. The rest of the torso below sculpted with rows of porcine teats. The plates covering the limbs are dimpled like an expanse of cellulite. The joint guards bear unequal numbers of fat spirals tapering into spikes. Each finger of the gauntlet forms a leaping armored insect. The 7 palms resemble the heads of infants opening their mouths wide to release thick, segmented, pointed tongues. Aldrune, whatever those are covered in a melding mass of murky figures crawling one on top of the other, reaching out in worship around the wearer's head.
Whoa. That's pretty intense.
Yeah, he wearing some pretty intense armor. It's obviously magical of some type.
Jeez. So, and then that's it. There's no weapons, or is it just like a piece of armor?
No, he had a mace,
Uh-huh.
a golden mace. I mean, a golden color, but it's metal.
Yeah. How does it feel when I pick it up with the, my my praetor's hand? How does it feel in my hand? Does it feel good?
Roll 1d6.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 2.
Take 2 points of damage. No, it feels cold and it cinches you,
Jeez.
Drop it.
shoulder and neck, because the hand is.
Okay. 2 points.
Those those cone torches and incense, we saw that before, right? It's,
Yep.
some other
That was
room.
upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and
In the secret rooms, yeah,
and then
under the stairs, yeah.
and then there was attached to Roosevelt points to this was like a step, or no, there was the base of the piece of stone that Rebecca was resting on in the center of the room has on each end of it an indent of triangle that would fit.
Okay. Okay, let's give it a try.
And Roosevelt holds up his hands. We probably do if you're going to do that, you probably may want to do the full ritual, he says as he grabs some
Some cones.
those sconces and starts setting them up on the thing that Rebecca was laying.
And what does this ritual do?
Probably open that big block where Rebecca
If you-
was laying on.
Yeah, if you want to use the 3-foot rods with the pyramids triangle on the end to fit into the holes that match the holes on the end of the. What do you call? I'm going to call it an altar. That's put on the altar. Alex by the.
Does he or Rebecca has any idea what the ritual does? Is it
It would
open the block or
keep you safe while you opened it. If you don't do the ritual, you may trigger some they call them ruin, a glimpse, a ward, demon ward. It's basically a blessing of Nick Talos. If you don't do the ritual.
do we want that? I mean, for what Rebecca said, probably she wouldn't be too keen on doing that, right? I mean, if it gives you a blessing of their God, and she wants to know more about.
Well, Rebecca doesn't want to have anything to do with this.
Okay.
Well, what's she gonna do then?
She's just sitting there and waiting for Roosevelt to escort her up to see her brother.
Her brother's
And
not here, though, right?
No.
Okay.
And Roosevelt counseling her.
Roosevelt knows where Dorvid is.
No, he assumes you folks did.
Okay. Well, we should probably get out of here, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to use my knowledge of the module that Jay is using, so I leave it up to you guys.
Well, we came in one way. We probably have to go out that way.
Okay. So you came down a spiral staircase.
Right. And then there's a couple of rooms up there with some armor and trees, and then a shaft.
Yeah, that was 333 feet.
It's a tall shaft.
And Rebecca turns into a shrike and flies up. And Roosevelt says, wait, Rebecca, no. He's hanging his head. This is getting more complicated. But and then yeah. Veridel, are you wearing the glove?
I am not, since some other dimensional creature keeps attacking me when I put it on.
Okay. Not gonna try to outfox it.
No. No.
I just said to Barry, can we do that thing she did now that we're vampires?
Apparently, like, did all of her clothing also transform?
Yeah. No, when you transform, it all is all left behind.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
in polite society, you don't change into a shrike. There's no need to. If you're going to visit someone, it's usually arranged. Like there's the shrike room. If they are expecting a fellow vampire to arrive in shrike form, because when they materialize, they'll be naked.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, That in the martial world around here, being spoiled of your armor like the Greeks in battle is embarrassing because your enemy takes it. It's just sitting right in front of them. Comes a trophy. Being able to protect, say, a sword and keep it in the family or a line, a noble house for a long time is a big deal.
Okay, I don't want to leave everything behind. Okay.
No.
Okay, let's restart
Cool.
climbing. I mean, if Varidel now has this kind of bond, does he know where she is now or where she's going?
No, it's kind of like Bluetooth. She's out of range.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Got a weak signal then. Okay.
And Roosevelt turns to you guys and goes, if Rebecca spills the beans about what Dorvid intends, we're all gonna die. The whole line.
I
What
It's
was
not going to be a popular subject.
what
I know
was
it's true.
Dorvid's idea? I mean, smash
wants it-
smash the mirror and then what? Let
He-
their word die.
Yeah, all he cares about is his one true love, and that she is protected for eternity from the evil of Zeu Orb. He's doing it for love. And that's when Toth said, "Yeah, I trust you."
I'm starting to care less about whatever Dorvit wants. Let's just get out of here.
And he was gonna, in exchange, he was gonna help you get back to wherever you wanted to get to. That was his big offer.
Yeah, but we can't fulfill what he wants without trapping ourselves here anyway.
Unless
Roosevelt supposes that. Yes.
Lumen's just going to say, it's not my God's will what this evil fiend wants. I want all vampires dead.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. It's a problem. But let's get the hell out of here first. Then we'll sort out, who kills who.
Yeah, because Toth needs to sort out what he's doing as well. He's got less interest in the mirror of memory and finding a way to reveal the sun and scorch this planet, this realm of vampires. And he wants to go Armageddon.
That's what Toth's doing?
That's what he's inclined to do.
I'm like in the high five with the not magic hand. I'm being like, yeah, man. Let's bring
Okay.
it down.
Cool, Toth. Let's go find the mirror. We're gonna jump through it, and you smash it and get what you want, and we're all done here.
How do we get up that shaft?
The rungs. It was 5 feet square, and there was rungs, bronze rungs set into it.
yeah, we climb and climb and climb.
Oh, I thought we used ropes. Okay.
Use ropes as well.
Yeah, we did like going in stages. Yeah, but we can just climb.
Um,
I'm already dead, so if I fall, I won't die again. So.
Yeah, or if you fall, you turn into a bird, let your belongings drop, go down and get them, and try again.
This is pretty much that setup. You guys you're really close to the top when you hear Evos's mocking voice and says, "You fools, I'm seeing that you're returning. I can only surmise the worst, but no worries. You are going to lay sealed in the bishop's crypt for the rest of your lives." And then and they have some torchlight up there, and then you see there's like 3 gangly creatures that come over the edge and now are one ahead of the other down the shaft at you.
Neat.
Oh, it's like we're on an alien scene.
It looks like they look like this.
Fighting in the ventilation.
Hmm.
My bloodhounds will make short work of you fools.
And what's the distance between where we're at and when, like, where he is at the top when these things start coming down? Roundabout.
30 feet. 30 feet from the top. Kree's in front, correct?
Yeah, sorry.
And how far down is it right now?
300 feet.
Blood creatures. I mean, that doesn't. I don't fear them. I have no
No,
blood.
it's interested in trying to get by you. It's like a wriggling cat, but the shaft is so narrow. But yes, it's trying to push and slide by you.
Is it undead?
No,
Mm.
looking for fresh blood. It's keying on Toth and Lumen. They're the only ones that are human amongst us. Says Roosevelt. What are you gonna do, Kree?
We should try to latch on two of them and then
Yeah.
drop into the shaft, and then right before we hit the bottom, turn into.
You've got Lumen, Toth, Rebecca, and Roosevelt behind you, below you.
Is that narrow?
That's 5
Whoa.
feet. Yeah, it's like it's so narrow that this thing might get annoyed with Kree in a second and snap at him.
I'm gonna pretend I'm letting it go past. I'm gonna backstab the first one.
Okay. Roll to hit with a +2.
Okay. That's 12. No, sorry. 11.
It wraps you. It's that ropey suction cup like arm. As you try to stab it, it goes up behind it and wraps around and prevents you. And now it's like holding it, and it turns its head around and is snapping at you. Big wide jaws. You did now. Veridel, I'm expecting you to be next in line.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I need you to and everyone else below is stuck. The creature gets a 4.
Yeah, that's a 1 for me.
A 1.
Oh. You're gonna get it. Kree, okay, there. Okay, so the creature attacked first. It's going to attack Kree. It gets a 19. Is that a hit?
Yes.
For 5 points of damage. As it snaps you. That's and the other two behind are impatient, like in there, got this crooning. Because I can smell the blood. They're anxious to get to it as you try to leave the bishop's prima nocturnus.
Okay, so I'm gonna try bury my new fangs on the creature.
Yeah, Lumen wants to do something too before they get down there. Before they chew their way.
Yep. Roll the hit, Cree.
Okay. Uh, 19.
That's a hit. Roll damage. I mean, roll a d6. You do 1d3 damage, and the creature has to try to escape you, break your grip. So you can roll a d6 and give me 1d3 damage.
Okay. 3 damage. I mean,
Lumen, Veridel, what would you like to do? And then we'll go to Lumen.
So there's one that's kind of on Kree, and there's 2 above them, right?
Waiting their turn.
And are they still? Is the one on Kree? Are they still grappled? What happened when he bit them?
do I heal when I feed from it? I believe it does.
Got to read up on vampires. Was there anything? I don't think there was anything on that blurb that I put up, right?
Yeah, it says if a grapple or charm. I mean, I assume I'm grappling. By next round, I was grappling with it last round because it like a wrap one of her
Yep.
things around my arm. Will drain a level or hit die from his victim, adding its class level and hit points to her own. That's the first paragraph.
Yeah. Okay. It's hollering in pain. It's not dead, but you can see that its body is starting to
Wither.
I missed the last word, Jay. What was that? It's starting to what?
wither.
Yeah. Okay. Positionally, can I get a stab in while the thing is struggling against Kree?
Yes, you can. It's
All right.
got to be straight up. It's got to be a long, like pointed, straight weapon. It can't be something you have.
I can't be something I have. What? I'm sorry.
It can't be something you can swing. It's something you have to use, like a. Right. What weapon are you using?
Primarily for this sort of thing, I've been using a +1 silver dagger.
Okay, that'll do it. You can
Okay.
attack with that.
All right. It's a 19 to hit.
Roll damage.
Don't kill my food.
5 damage.
He killed your food. Goes limp in your arms.
I'm gonna hiss at Paradel with my bloody fangs.
Lumen?
We got 2 more. We got 2 more to deal with.
Oh, but I'm not even anywhere I can attack them, right? Aren't they just way up high?
You're right behind him.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna drop the dead creature. It falls down the shaft.
I'm going to, I just want to call on, the wisdom and power of my God, and I want to cast a spell. And my sort of idea is that I'm not like incanting, with my hands. I'm praying, and so I believe I would be able to cast something on the rungs, but we'll let the.
Yeah, you can cast a spell.
Yeah,
I don't have any problem casting a spell in this shaft.
Good. Then Still Fear. I want to cast a spell called Still Fear, which
You're casting it on.
the two remaining creatures. So it can be cast at a single person or a group, in which case 1d4, the creatures would be affected. They would have to save versus spells, or they're going to flee for 2 turns.
Is there any hit die requirement? No.
It's not a hit die. It's they 6 or more hit dice are immune. No, if they're over 6 hit dice, they're immune. So
Gotcha. They're not.
1d4. If they don't make their saves, they flee.
The one behind, the one in the rear, scrambles back up awkwardly and crawls around and turns itself around like a cat in tight quarters, even though it's not a cat. It's really different, but it does have a tail.
Oh, okay. No, forget it. Yep. Cool. We got one of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's roll initiative. The other one's not.
Yeah. Let's push
trying
up
to
and out of
get
here.
It's the lumen. It's blood mad. This close, it's blood mad. Says Roosevelt. Careful, the bloodhound is blood mad. It won't stop for anything until it's satiated its hunger is killed.
I think they can handle one. I'm almost tempted to let it go past, and let's just push up and go throw this guy down the shaft.
Yeah, it's gonna. Well, it's gonna try to get by Kree first, and I'm gonna roll an attack die to see if it's worth looking up. It gets innate. Nope, it's not gonna hit. So you guys are up.
Well,
You're gonna let the creature go past.
It's trying to go past you, Kree, but it failed. Unless
Yeah,
you're gonna let it go by.
it's Varidel's turn. So
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking let's push up and out because it seems
Okay.
to be going towards the warm-blooded critters. I think they could handle one of these things. I mean, we just killed one pretty easy, and maybe we can prioritize getting up and out.
okay.
Oh,
30
that's
feet up.
easily kind of just squeeze aside, and it's gonna slide right by you and attack Lumen.
Sorry, bud.
well, who would be in front, Toth or Lumen? We never really established that.
You're a player character. Player characters are in front. All 3 of you.
Well, good. Well, Lumen's just going to shout, if I die, do not resuscitate. Okay? Do not resuscitate.
Whatever, Lumen.
You got a tattoo in DNR.
Do not
We're
resuscitate.
in this together forever.
Lumen, you can attack it
Well, Lumen
as
will
it comes
go.
at you greedily and hungrily.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Lumen's got, I guess we're close quarters. So it's a hatchet, which is a 12 plus 3, plus 6, actually. Yeah. So let's do that. How'd we do?
I don't know your hit to hit roll. I didn't know what you rolled. I haven't heard that.
Okay.
Did you roll a d20 dice?
Yep, I got a 18.
Oh, that's a hit. Roll damage.
All right.
Got an armor class of 15 people. If that's going to help.
Looks like a 5.
Okay. You and it have to roll initiative while you're in the shaft. Oh, I should just roll one die. Faradell and Cree, you're continuing up. I'm understanding.
Yep. I'm trying to push up and out.
Okay. You hear commotion above you in the room where where it opens, where the shaft ends.
There's gonna be some commotion when I get up there too.
Okay. The creature tries to drink Lumen's blood. It gets 16.
Well, what kind of bonus does that bishop armor have?
Oh, you put that on? You tell me you put that on.
Oh.
Are you seriously putting that thing on?
Well, I thought that's what
Okay, okay. I
do.
got to tell you something then. There's something very important.
Roll a D100.
You're one of us now.
After you don the set of armor, you feel a pinching sensation around your nipples, genitals, and anus.
Whoa.
Short and sharp, first
Whoa.
excruciating in a moment. This is the feeling of the armor fusing with your living body.
Nice.
It gives you an armor class of 18 as plate mail. So it misses you. So you could attack.
Okay. So Lumen's gonna, shout down to Toth's gonna say, Toth, hug the wall, and he's gonna grab with his he's gonna attempt to grab this thing with the Praetor's hand and just throw it down the shaft. That's what he wants. He wants to sort of like do like a larynx freaking grab on this thing.
Okay, roll to hit.
And he gets a 15.
That's a hit.
It's a 1d4 plus 2 for damage. But the move was to try to like shock him. That's 4 points of damage. Shock him with the power of this thing and zap him.
Okay.
Drop him down the shaft.
Well, there's too many people. He's not going to drop anywhere.
Well, okay.
But it's between now you and Toph.
I mean, okay.
I mean, am I missing something?
5 feet's pretty wide. I mean, human body is only like 16, 18, maybe 2 feet.
Yeah, this thing's not dead. It's got volition. Are we going to discuss it? Something like a cougar can fight and slide around in a 5-foot shaft? It can. All right. I don't think that's a far stretch.
Let's let Toth attack. Let's see what he can do to it.
What has he got for weapons? Can't use the hammer.
Got a pick and a hammer, right?
Yeah, he can't swing those in here. He's just going to have to try to punch it.
Headbutt.
And he hits. And he gets damage bonus, so he does 4 points of damage to it, punching it right in the face. Okay. Veridel, Cree. Are you going to climb all the way up into the room?
Yeah.
Yes. Unless when Creep pops his head up, he sees something that changes that. But yes, that's the plan. Is bolt up there.
You come into that room. You can see secret doors are open or left open, and there's no one around.
Mm.
I mean, the dust is all disturbed. Like before, it was just the tracks of like Evos going back and forth or the bishop, but there was a lot of people that were just in this room. but they're not there now.
Is
That's
there like
the secret rooms, right?
is there a
Mhm.
disturbance of dust in the air, like on one side or the other?
No, there's just some. But yeah, does it leave a? You think that there's like a wake of dust, like a?
Yeah, sure. That's what I was asking. Yeah, was that dusty? Yeah.
It comes into the room and it leaves the room. They all come into the room. They all leave the room.
All right, maybe we split up and go to either side of the room and try to listen to see if we hear anything on either side.
Mhm.
Okay,
Uh, the-
what's your hear noises skill in listening?
56 is mine.
Yeah, 58.
Roll 'em. See what you get.
No,
Me if
roll
you
over
pass.
60.
We have a pass.
Nope.
You can hear something. It's just if you can make anything out if you
Mhm.
passed. And it doesn't. Did no one pass?
No.
Lumen initiative with the creature, and the creature represents toss initiative 2. They're lumped together in one initiative.
Lumen got a 1.
The creature got a 2. That's gonna attack Toth this term. It rolls a 1. Toth is able to grab it by the neck. And kick it down the shaft. Throw it down the shaft a bit. And Rebecca's gone, so Roosevelt just melts into the wall. And it gets stuck. "29 feet below you, and it looks like it's getting ready to come back.
Well, I mean, Lumen's just gonna, say, Todd, you can handle this. He just starts, going up the shaft to help out the other guys.
And you hear Roosevelt behind you all, hurry up. You snap to it. Get a little closer. Almost feel it snapping jaws. And you all come up. And then the creature, right?
I couldn't hear that. It dropped out. I mean, Lumen would be, as soon as he comes up, he would have, his big pointy staff, ready to jam it back down.
Okay, roll a surprise attack. I mean, it's not technically surprise, but I'll give you, has to get attacked if you come
Yeah,
through.
4.
That's a miss. I'll give Toth a shot at it. Now he can swing his hammer and he misses.
Oh, I didn't roll a 20. I thought you were rolling like surprise on a D6.
No, I'm rolling attacks. You're rolling an attack against it.
I didn't
It's
roll.
like surprise. It's not surprise, but you have a free attack.
Well, I got a 16 then.
Okay, roll damage.
Gonna try to, cure it for a total of 7.
That kills it. It
I'm
flops
perfect.
over and its tongue hanging. Everybody's out of the shaft. There's no one down there.
Oh, good.
What do you do next?
So while they were kind of finishing the creature, we take a look out of the secret doors into the throne room, the one with the dais.
Yeah, you can go all the way. And at the end of the chapel where the entrance is in and out, there's the clamoring of many feet, but it's not coming in your direction. You're hearing, "To the walls! To the walls!"
Oh, that must be
Like the battle
Dorvitz.
started.
Yeah, Dorvitz arrive at the walls with the cavalry or whatever he had. Do we want to take the chance and free the ones that are in the cells so they can fight from the inside?
Well,
Maybe.
front of us, right? Then we have to fight our way through these dudes.
I mean, we can sneak in on the whole, sneak out, taking advantage of the whole commotion.
Very
Yeah.
I could.
I guess my only thought is like if Dorvit wins and smashes the mirror, is there still a way for us to get out?
I mean, maybe we can go, we can get out while he's fighting.
Toth, no, I guess Toth doesn't have anything to say about this.
Does Roosevelt know where the mirror is?
Yeah, it's hanging over the abyss.
Sorry, yeah, like I remember hearing that, but like, where is that exactly?
Well, it's in the back of the baths. If you look at some of the pictures of the baths, I don't know if it shows the abyss.
Yeah, it shows. Yeah.
So you would walk through the halls and then you'd be at the lip of it, basically. But that's up on the ground level, you know.
So,
Recording is on.
What you know, Meridell, Cree, what
yeah.
how do you assess our situation?
Where's the? I mean, I believe they are fighting in the outside.
Outside of
So
these secret rooms. Like
out
where
of
are
the,
we right now?
we're now in the map where it's where the ambush was.
Where the big battle took place.
Okay, so we're in that room, and then we
Mhm.
can hear them outside of that room.
And then we hear the footsteps receding upwards through those stairs on the north of the room.
Because I've got a plan that might work, or an idea. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
out of spells, right? But you know, one of the natures of Lumen is that he can push it, you know, and pushing it has a price, and who knows what horrible price that would be enacted by our faithful dungeon master. But to cast a sphere of protection around us against undead and just run for it, you know, through these guys, you know, like sort of like imagine like a, you know, a big mass of, you know, all of us just sort of running. I mean, Roosevelt couldn't be in it, but
We Kree and I are now undead as well, so I don't know how that would work. But also, if they're running away from us at the moment and like they're going to the battle, I think it gives us an opportunity just to consider what it is we want to do at this point. Do we free
Yes, the action is above ground, so you do seem to have a breather.
Do we
as they
free the
call it.
prisoners to help in the battle and wait for that to play out and see if we catch up with Dorvit? Do we go find the mirror and consider using it to get ourselves out of here and never look back? Toth can or can't smash it if he wants to. That's up to him. After we leave, I don't know.
Yeah, Toth is not going to follow you through the mirror.
So maybe let's just take a little bit longer here. And what do we even want? Like, we either help Dorvit, and then let's say we take that path and we
Roosevelt
battle.
chimes up on that one. If the bishop is defeated, and I mean like defeated, Dorvit becomes the de facto, like, I don't know what you call him, Prince Regent or whatever. The power structure is now down to 2 instead of 3. And it's going to be interesting if you stick around, Veridel, whether you get to be part of the family or not. I don't know how that's going to play out. Because you're married to Dorvit's sister now, and she's a power piece, one of the most biggest power pieces in the politics. People will desperately want to marry with her for political intrigue, and she's off the table because Some transformed sook. Common scum bit her and drank her blood.
I think it's just more motivation to get the heck out of here, to be honest. But yeah, okay, cool. So do we want to get involved in vampire politics and
I think-
stay? Do we want to leave? And if we leave, where would we go?
It's
I-
worse than politics, Veridel. It's the freaking royal family. Thanks to you.
Yeah, well, then let's go. Let's go. Let's go to
Let's-
Valater, Kree and I, have some unfinished business. Let's go shank a guy.
Let's let those dudes go and just see what happens. You know, because they're loyal to Dorvit. It's got to be bound to be in our favor.
So you want to stick around and you want to find a place to lay low until the battle's over. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think the dudes aren't. They're up above. So, if I remember correctly, there's a passageway to the dungeon, which is pretty close.
And then what?
Yes, you could go down to the dungeon. That's where General Tarlet was being kept. And then on the level that you are on, there's 100 of his men kept in the regular cells.
So you want to assist Dorvit in the battle, is what you want to do.
I think I want to assist surviving the battle, and having a bunch of dudes go into the fray, I think might be beneficial.
Okay.
What do you think, Craig?
I mean, I'm all for freeing those prisoners,
Vampires.
those vampires, so they fight and create more chaos for us to get away from here. I mean, I'm not gonna stay in this. I don't care about the vampire politics of this place. Even more if this world is dying. I'm not staying in a dying world.
No,
Okay.
we're getting out. That's clear. We're
Okay. All right. So maybe freeing the guys is a means to get out.
Mhm.
How about we free all as much as we can? Send a lot towards the battle, but maybe we keep some with us to be like, we've got another mission to go, and we try to get some escorts back up top and out to the baths, like where the mirror is.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
All right. So we're gonna proceed, I guess, cautiously toward the dungeons on this floor where the men are held. But the other guys, the boss is held on a deeper level.
That is correct.
So we would have to bring some of his men maybe with us. Is that what you're saying, Stu?
It was just a thought that if we run into trouble, that they might help slow others down, or at least beef up our numbers. Just to have like a handful of guys with us, and we send the rest to start throwing guys off the wall.
What if we go into the dungeons right now? What are the sort of prospects? We run into any guards, and you sort of like, if we sneak around the corner, maybe. Yeah, Veridel, maybe you should like sneak around the corner just to.
In these secret rooms, there were robes, right? Like ritual robes.
Yeah.
Let's put them on.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
Lumen with the bishop's armor and that bro, maybe he can make
put the hood on, sort of thing. Yeah.
Stride like the boss of the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. Is there one robe that looks distinct and separate, like a different color, or are they all the same?
They're all the same.
Okay.
But you have the armor. You can have your hood on and let the armor be seen and walk like I'm in charge here. And maybe
I'm ready. I'm ready for that. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, and where are you going?
To free the prisoners.
Free the prisoners. Okay, freeing the prisoners. When you come out of the great chapel to your west, the passageway, or east or west, bends back north the way you came down. Toward that, and that would take you to the stairs. But in that southwestern corner is a door, wooden door that Roosevelt says is where the cells are. And going in there, it's a really long L. It goes 30 feet west, then turns and goes north quite a ways, where there's a bunch of cells off in the west wall. And clamoring of men, bang, bang, they're banging pots and pans. Riot! Riot! They're all screaming, let us out! Let us out! And this is a bunch of dirty vampires, about 100 in all.
Well, how do we get them out? Is there a?
You grab there's keys, yeah. Yeah, it takes nothing to get them out.
Okay.
And one of them steps up to you all and goes, what's this? What's going on? What's the situation?
Dorvitz
Where's our
attack.
commander?
Dorvitz attack the walls.
Dorvin.
You can help him and fight from the inside.
They're all on board. Yeah, Dorvin's back. Kill the bishop. Bishop sucks. We go below to get her. And then a cache of them just are planning to go get their commander. The group of 10 of them are going to head down to the dungeon and go look for Tarlet and release their commander.
All right. Do you want to grab some for us and then send the others on their way? How many do we want with us?
Like,
They're just going up. They're not like you're just part of the crowd.
Whoa. We just freed them. They can take a moment.
You wanted to take a moment? Okay, you're in a narrow cell chamber, and they're anxious to get into the
There's
battle.
a bunch of people shuffling out, and like towards the end, there's like 3 or 4, like maybe 4 or 5 guys left. We're like, okay, whoa. Now we need a small contingent to go somewhere else. We have an idea.
Who are you?
Does it matter? I just freed you. We're gonna go do some stuff. Let's go.
we're with Dorvitz, and if you help us, we will speak for you. We will speak to him on your behalf.
Okay, they look at you warily, but let's go. If it's an import and can aid Dorvit, we should do it. What do you have in mind? And I guess you guys are heading out into the hall now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess we need to try to make it to the baths.
So there's like a mob of vampires going upwards, like.
Yeah. There's a terror gnome running by you guys down the hall. Wait for me! It's heading to the stairs. But yeah, if you go up there's very few people down here left. And you would just go upstairs into the main level where that 40-foot by 40-foot room had the stairs. You come up to the stairs into a 40 by 40-foot room, and there was 3 archways that look onto the yard outside. And there's smoke, there's horses, and there's men, and there's yelling, and there's screaming, and there's people on the walls shooting bows and arrows and holding spears. That's outside. And you are inside. I guess there is a way west out of this chamber.
Do we see the baths from here?
We are in the bath.
I know,
So
but see the
if we go outside the bath, there's the abyss right there.
The mirror is hanging over the abyss. Bass is the name of the place. The Bass of Zaxar. There's also big, huge, like agricultural pools of purple, orange stuff, and they call those the Bass as well.
Okay, so
But the mirror's memory is hanging over the abyss.
I missed one session. Have y'all been here before?
No.
Okay.
No,
We don't
walked
we don't
through
know what
the door.
hanging over the abyss means yet. Like, is it accessible?
Yes, you do. Cree knows where the abyss is. You guys know where the abyss is, at least in connection with
Mm-hmm.
where you arrived.
But
Yeah.
have you seen the mirror? Like, is it accessible?
They have not. No one's seen it.
Okay.
Roosevelt says it. He's just been saying it's suspended. But you quickly go down the hall where it opens up, and it's like as if a building had been ripped off and dropped down the abyss. It's like broken when you come out the back of this temple,
Mhm.
the bishop's temple that you came into, and you come out the back. It's all like crumbled as if there was another section of the building that ages ago went down, leaving jagged.
So, okay.
And there's this. Go ahead.
I'm gonna share the screen. I got a map here. Here.
Yeah, to the if you're looking at that picture,
So
the
we
west side of the picture is where you are.
so we came this way, and
Nope.
all
Nope.
here is
Nope. The west side of that, unless it's reversed.
okay.
See the dark spot on one side of the west side? Yeah, it would be the west side, your left side.
Okay.
All the way, go all the way more. That's the building you're in. And that little dark area right far past it is the abyss.
Oh, here.
You can see that's the abyss.
Okay.
And that the
So
north wall is where everyone is, at least where the fighting is.
there. Okay. Because we have this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so that jagged edge is the lip around the abyss. And the mirror memory is held up like that.
We can see it.
Yeah, it seems to be there's nothing holding it. It's literally suspended in air over the abyss, and there's a this metal ramp that goes just halfway to it, and it hangs over the abyss like that. You can see the little bridge,
Right.
Oh, right.
but it doesn't go all the way, and that's what the mirror memory looks like.
Wow.
Cool.
The mirror of memory, says the soldiers that are with you. If Dorvit's back and they're talking to each other, that means the invasion is on. We're saved. The weapon will be ours. And they're all getting excited. Oh, so what's we're here to guard the mirror and none of the bishop's men through?
Maybe we'll direct them back out to like the entrance to be like, don't let anybody through, this area, and we push them on like the outside though.
Yeah, okay. They're pawns.
All right. So describe where it is again. Like, is it accessible?
No, but you can walk up pretty close to it. If you walk up that bridge that goes halfway to it, you are about 18, somewhere between 12 and 18 feet from it.
Okay.
There's a gap, and there's just the whistling black abyss below.
What do we see if I? All right, I'm just gonna walk up to this thing and look into it. What do I see?
It looks like that. Like you see that wavering and going, hums, and that swirls, and it goes.
How far away is it?
See the picture of it hanging over the abyss?
Yeah, but you said it didn't go to the edge, so it's like a couple feet. Is it like a foot?
12 to 18.
12 to 18 feet.
And what if I stare into it and I maybe try to focus on and picture a particular area in Averiogne, like whatever that town was that we, Lafreniere, that we set out from the last time. If I focus on them, can I change what I see in the mirror based on what I focus on?
Roll a d20.
The roll is 13.
What's your save versus spells?
It is 13.
Yes. Yes.
And does that
Very, very wavering and indistinct.
and does that shift like it? So if I maybe migrate back to like the bishop's, not the bishop, the Pale Knight's palace, like within Averiogne, can I cause it to shift if I maintain focus?
No. No.
Okay.
Like it's already attuned to the place.
I'm gonna walk back down and explain to you
Uh-huh.
guys what I see and how I wasn't able to, make it shift. I was testing it first. I think we just need to decide where to go. I was hoping it might provide kind of visibility aside from just being able to picture a location to go to. Meaning, I was also hoping like if we could shift it to be like, if I start thinking about who was the wizard guy that got the tunnel collapsed on him? Like if I focus on, is it not Antellect? That's not.
Not Ancillect?
It is. Is it?
Is, yeah. Ancillect's in
Maybe I was thinking of his first name. It starts with a J or something, right?
at Jankula.
Tankula. That's okay. I was confused. If we focused on him, is he alive? Do we care? Do we want to picture Rom'Myr and just go back and raise Valater to the ground?
That's a possibility.
And Toss says you can stay here with me and try to rip the veil from the sun.
I don't know that I want to stay in Vampire World forever.
Okay. Toth shoulders his big hammer of Jifrith.
Whoa, wait, hold on. We need to do a thing. Lumen. Hey, Lumen, you want to go check out our hometown and maybe help us out with something?
Yeah, I do. I'm ready to get out of here. I don't want any of these fiends coming through.
So, like, we run through that bridge, holding hands, and jump into the mirror.
And have maybe Kree step up to it and try to picture Rom'Myr. And I would propose we go back to the right outside the cave. I don't want to jump right back into Valater. Like it's terrible. We don't know what's happening. Maybe let's go to the base of the mountain where the cave system was that transported us to begin with. Like maybe picture that, get that in focus on that mirror, and then we all go through together. Was my thought.
Yep.
Okay, Toth's just standing there, giving the old salute. It's been nice knowing you. How are you going to get the clear the 18 feet, 12 to 18 feet?
We could have Toth stand there on a knee and like hold his hands out and give us a boost to like jump.
How Lumen has a spell called float. Float. Yeah, glowing hand.
That will do it.
Appears beneath him. Now he can only carry his maximum load, so he couldn't carry everybody, but he could probably do a fireman's carry of each one of you little slinkers. I don't know about Toth, but it doesn't sound like Toth's coming through. So, Lumen could probably, where Lumen's out of spells, so he'd have to sort of get down and push it and suffer any sort of.
Maybe
God would even do it. I don't know.
Why don't we take our gear, give it to Lumen, and we turn into a strike, and Lumen floats, and we strike across we just fly across the.
Yeah, if the incremental piggyback ride isn't going to do it, then I think that would work as well. Like we just toss our irreplaceable stuff in a sack.
So they're loading like all about your arms, Lumen. Okay, here's the sword. Make sure you bring this.
Honestly,
Don't drop that. Don't drop that.
I think the incremental piggyback ride is probably just as feasible.
I like this one better though. This
I'm sorry.
All right, so let's stand on the edge and maybe, like, I don't know, it just increases success. Maybe both Kree and Veridel can try to picture that the base of this mountain range that's outside of Valater.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get that
Mhm.
in focus in the mirror, and then yeah,
So let's see if Lumen can even cast this thing. You know, let's. He's. I mean, he would. You know, prostrate himself before the hand and, you know, go into some trance and ask to be blessed.
Yeah, I think this spell's going to go off.
Yeah. Okay.
I think this is going to work. I'm not going to hang the passing through the mirror of memory on a die roll. If you guys want to go through this sucker, you can go through this.
Yeah.
So,
And how are we going to do it? Which the play?
they're going to turn into birds and fly through, and you're going to put spell and carry all their gear with them and walk through.
We're doing it. Yeah, let's do it.
yeah. Or you toss someone behind you with a piggyback ride, and then bring the other one with you.
And
Parting with our gear sounds like it's arming Jay with too much. I like get Kree on your back. You turn around to the mirror, and he pushes off you into the mirror, and then you come get me, and we go in together.
Roosevelt says you're assuming that you can go both ways.
I'm okay with a one-way trip back to Rom'Myr right now.
Okay.
yeah.
We know of a cave system that can get us some other places sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you all appear on a rocky slope on what can only be the Yanihor Mountains.
Mm.
And the red sun, the bloated red sun of Rom'Myr that flickers and stutters in the sky it's got to be about noontime. Far off to the west, you can see the salt flats. You can't see Valater or anything. You can see the salt, what may be a gray, which would be the Western Ocean. And then to the east is some more of the mountain range. The range runs north and south, and to the east, it eventually go an empty plain.
Well, that took long enough to get back to this shithole.
Do you know this place?
Lumen looked
Yeah.
up and this place.
He's like, you wanted to come here?
This place is as dead as the vampires were. Like,
Yeah, so Lumen, the one thing that I still have in mind is revenge. There's this merchant doucher in the city of Valater that was just like kind of like the main antagonist for like the first, I don't know, few months of this campaign. I think it would be cool for us to maybe plan to get our revenge.
the score.
Yeah.
So Lumen's wearing golden vampire armor. He's got a robe on from the
Oh, we all
distance.
wear robes.
We're all wearing these robes, and you know, he's sort of like he's the new person in this thing, right? He's like, and he just looks at you like with the resolute, you know, opacity of a killer, and just says, "We will do this thing." His eyes are cold and they glitter like stones in the bottom of a deep, cool pool.
Rebecca had all these really cool spells.
I feel we made like I feel like we might have just made Jay throw out like 30 pages of notes. That
I don't go that far. I don't go that far. I do. I mean, memory. There's a chance you're going to go through and leave this place behind, which you have.
I'm good for a little break, if that's all right with you guys.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Break time as we return to Rom'Myr. That's so cool.
Nice.
All right.
Be back in a few.
Between the trees and the sky, and you
Recording is on.
Anyway, so Jay didn't know the road as well as I did, and all I hear is this like scream and crash as he floats out and goes spinning into the side of the road.
Yeah.
We go back to my house later, and his whole back is just one big road rash.
Oh,
Yeah.
Smell.
It would smell. It smelled like rotting meat in class. Like
oh.
Oh, it was terrible. And you would wear that T-shirt that showed the scar because it was the most comfortable shirt to wear. So we wear it.
because I wore the shirt that I wiped out in,
Oh man.
and I went to the. I wore a coat, but I went to the prom like that.
Nice.
Wow.
Those were the good old days.
That was yeah. But okay. To gain the level, you're in the wilderness mountain rocky spine of the Yanihor Mountains, and you've at least recognized that the strangled merchant Montenor seems to be some type of interdimensional trader. Because if he's selling stuff to Averone, he's got to cross a dimension to do.
Yeah.
Then there was those weird caves where the
Maybe
monster
he,
hunters swore where the strangled came from.
maybe this Montenor knows how to use the those places in the caves to travel. We just stumble upon them and appear, but maybe he knows how to use them right. I mean,
Yeah. I was trying to go back. I thought there's another little tiny settlement or village between here and Valater, I thought. There was like a hook that we didn't bite on to go
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But I forget what it was, but
Some guy came from there, freaked out, totally freaked out.
yeah,
It
yeah.
just came from there.
Uh,
You can dig it up. I know what you're talking about.
but
Yes.
I guess I'm looking for a place, I mean, just to get our stuff together, get some food, some shelter. I assume all of us have a decent amount of money right now, like in various denominations, jewels, the
Mhm.
partial gold wheel. Like, I mean, we're pretty stacked.
when you say food, you mean food for us.
What do you mean?
I mean, we we need to feed.
On blood. Doesn't matter
Oh,
what kind.
yeah. I guess I forgot about that. Yeah. So I'm thinking we try to capture Gar Hassan and Kree and Varadel, torture him incrementally. Lumen heals him so we can torture him some more, and just we repeat this cycle daily for a while until we feel better about things. Um,
Yep,
uh,
yep. But
but
to
no,
do that, you'd have to get to Valater.
yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. My initial thoughts are let's maybe just go to the other village on the way and just try to get our bearings. Buy some clothes that don't look like crap.
This village wasn't in the mountain range, so you would have to successfully navigate the Yanihor Mountains.
Yeah.
You're going to have to come down off the ridge. You don't really even know where you are on the ridge.
Sure. Just go down in elevation until we maybe get our bearings.
Most of downwards, which you can see from where you are, is east.
Okay. And
Very
then
good.
You must be on the, at least you can tell you're on the eastern side of the range, fairly close to the divide, like near the top.
and Valater is to the southwest of the range.
Yeah.
Valater is, well, it's somewhere west. You would, but
Somewhere west. Yeah. So we are
and the
probably
mountains are really, really rugged around here.
okay.
So
So are
climbing,
we Are
The
we
shit.
somewhere?
I know, Kryn, and I have beside it shithole village.
Are we
uh,
somewhere around here? I guess.
Zori is a noble who lives outside of Kryn. That was
You have no idea. That's the
uh,
problem. That's the only one of the major issues right now for your navigation is you don't know where you are in relation to Skystone River Place.
yeah.
You don't know if you're north of it or south of it or just due west of it. You don't know
Okay.
exactly where you are on the range.
Just to calibrate, if I slip on my glove quickly and do a 360 and look around, do I see interdimensional creatures still stalking me?
No, but the sun really like imprints some weird symbols on your eyes on the back of your retina
All right.
in a strange language. You believe it's from Galishma, you can only assume, but you are not given the means to understand.
Interesting. All right.
Hey, does Lumen have any sense of, this place, some sort of instinctive muscle memory, like a divining rod?
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, I don't know how you feel about wilderness. If Lumen's a big wilderness fan,
Not around here. I mean, he grew up in Averiogne. He's a rich kid in Averiogne. He knew the hunting grounds pretty well, and he could catch a fox.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna try to find a path and start going west. Like
okay.
we don't have much options
Just good.
again.
It's the shortest way, I guess, right? Traveling north and south along the range for days at a time will what? You'd be exposed, and there'd be a lack of food of any sort. So maybe pikas, little mountain muskrats.
Mm.
So we got to figure out how far you guys travel in a day through the mountains.
Through the
Uh,
mountains.
Wilderness movement rates.
Like 15 miles a day.
You're loaded down. Uh, where you are right now, it's the 6 mile, maximum 6 mile. This is because to get some, you've had to double back several times because otherwise you get cliffed out.
Hmm.
Also, um, you've been going southwest for a while because you haven't had a choice.
So how does
Uh,
the sun here in Valater affect us?
oh shit, I totally forgot about that. It burns you. It burns you. You got to get into the shade quick. That's a problem. You're going to
Oh,
have to climb at night without
do
getting
our
scorched. You're a
do
vampire.
our cloaks, our little ritual cloaks, good enough?
Ah, the ritual cloaks of Nick Tallops. Why not? That's totally trippy. You have to guys go while you wander Rom'Myr, you have to go in these freaky robes. Well, I mean, in Valitaire, it's not freaky. That people would probably be like, "Whoa!" You'd be the height of fashion.
Yeah, trendy.
So yes, we'll use that. And Kree, as the sun is going down, you guys have to pitch camp just wherever you are. the sunlight's going down, so it'd be too dangerous to proceed in the dark unless you guys wanted to push it. I guess the vampires could push it. But Kree, you know that you've been an animal has picked up your trail.
Hmm.
Get the net ready.
And the night passes uneventful. And you all have empty bellies and the temperature. Well, you guys aren't affected by the temperature, the vampires. Lumen, you know it's cold. Also, you're finding that the suit is recycling your waste and you do not have to, you're not hungry.
Oh, Jesus. I eat my own shit.
I
Nice.
have mixed feelings about this.
It's like kind of like it's kind of like a still suit, isn't it? But it's you don't have to do anything. You don't have to suck from the catch buckets.
Try taking it off, I guess, huh?
You can't
Oh, nice.
feel it's bound to your skin. To take it off would be to rip it from your flesh.
Lumen has just been through some stuff. Like,
It's kind of a metaphor for the shell, but it's reverted, right?
the hand
It's like
situation.
a shell again. Once again, Lumen's trapped in the
Snail shell exploded.
Design.
I have to say though that he didn't put on the forearm piece on the left side. Okay, just to clarify. Just want to avoid contact with magic.
Oh yeah, Praetor's hand flies free, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Praise.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in this weird armor with the lich hand, with the
I have
hand of the lich fiend on it.
I've got a theory about all this. Lumen's got like a lich hand. He's got vampire armor. He's got a god that is actually not the real god that he thinks it is. It's kind of actually a perfect, slurry of undead, mutation. I don't know. It's just fucked up.
Mixed in with a lot of arcana contamination, according to Jankula.
Yeah, Jankula. Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do here, but you guys have a plan. I'm following you.
You're going west and you're trying to get out of the mountains alive.
Yep.
Yeah. Do we want to try to set something up to see if one of us stay behind in a tree or something and wait to see catch a glimpse of the animal that's stalking us?
I have these abilities. Lesser cloaking. I can blend into natural surroundings. Become undetectable to animals of low intelligence. Sorry.
Did you get that from taking drugs with the druid?
Let me see. Let me check my notes.
Where'd you get that ability? Wow. You may have gotten that from doing drugs with the druid. That's something else. That's going to be really, really good here.
I don't have it in my notes, but
I mean, where else would you have gotten it? Been hanging out with those weird druid nature worshippers. So, yes, what Faradell said is doable.
I can stay behind.
And with Kree's advanced abilities, yeah, you could. You definitely sounds like you have the ability to hunt the hunter, right? Type of thing. Faradell, I don't know what you feel about your glove and its capabilities. Makes you invisible. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Just wanted you to be aware of that.
I am I'm happy to maybe be bait with Lumen, and then maybe we'll pre-establish a signal, a whistle of some sort.
How about a scream, a blood curdling scream?
Well, that would get us running too, but maybe like a single tone on the whistle to keep going if you're gonna like stalk behind it. 2 tones if we need to come like circle back. To at least just have those 2 options.
Sounds good.
Am I
Okay.
hearing that Lumen is hiking ahead of you guys?
I think both of us are gonna be bait, so we're both gonna keep walking like normal, just
Okay.
because that presumably that would contribute to scent even more, continuing to move.
Gotcha. Okay, it's falling into place. I see what your strategy.
And then and I'll keep the glove on standby in case I need to like circle back, and we'll see.
Okay. Crete, it's not until late in the day, dusk again, before the sun goes down. You are being followed by a mated pair of Baitors.
Are those bird things? Bull. Isn't that how oh man.
That Zola died.
Yeah,
Muzzle,
Zola.
muzzle, and Zola.
Hmm.
Oh.
And it's getting dark, so Cree, you have to make a decision what you're gonna do. Or if you're gonna stay out here or head back to the group.
I'm gonna,
Stay right where you are.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stay there. Yeah. Baitors. Okay. Rodent body with claws and beak. Okay.
So that leaves Lumen and Veridel wondering where Cree is.
Yeah, so I guess we would have kept going, and we never got either a signal, assuming he was going to fall, like track something,
Right.
or
I just want to go ahead. Sorry.
You wanna go back? You want to start circling back?
I guess here's the question that I have: is the sun's going down? It's going to be dark soon. Are you guys going to stay put, or are you guys going to try to get back together as a group?
I think it's going to be stay put, but maybe in a creative way. Let's see. So, Lumen, your situation is your armor is like fused to your skin, right?
And it's pretty rocking. It's like
It gives you an AC of 18.
But like, here, let me explain where I'm going. I want to take like my like inner tunic or something off and like rub it all up my armpits and like get my scent like all over it. Lumen doesn't necessarily have the same capability, like because he's like fused. Okay. Also,
Yeah,
waste doesn't leave Lumen, right? Like he can't pee on a cloth or something.
no,
Is that correct?
that is correct. Yes, it's covered.
All right.
They've actually, it fused pretty tight.
How about masturbation?
How about your scalp?
Over. You
I
can't
see,
get
like
there.
your head and scalp are uncovered, right? Do you have hair?
Yeah, Lumen has sort of scraggly, wispy hair.
All
He's an
right.
old guy.
So here's what I'm gonna do: is take some clothing. I think you and I should rest away from an area that we try to draw them to. So let's go to the staging area first. So the decoy area, take off my inner tunic. I'll like urinate near there. Again, just kind of rub this thing like all over my body, and like it's, I'm probably pretty gross at this point. And I want to find a way to like hang it and lash it to like a tree branch to where the wind gets into it.
Okay.
Lumen, how do you feel about losing some of your hair? Certainly, it would carry
The
something
trees
with it.
the trees aren't very high here. They're stubby.
Sure. Okay, or maybe a boulder, or like it's something to where maybe some wind could catch it. Is all I'm looking for.
Lemon just grabs a big chunk of his hair and tears it out of his head and hands it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course
So
he
I'll take
does.
the chunk of hair and just like tie it onto the cloth. And then since I'm gonna take my water skin and like kind of do a quick like hand bath to try to get my stink off of me. Maybe I'll pour some over Lumen's head, and then we walk maybe on the opposite side somewhere, like maybe somewhere slightly higher elevation where we could have a view of this decoy area, and then you and I do a cold camp alternating watch. And that would be the plan. So we still listen out for any signal just in case he's tracking something at night. And then hopefully, this might draw whatever the creature is away if something terrible has happened. That's a very long-winded plan, Jay, but that's the idea.
Great plan.
The Baydars strike at 1 a.m. They're coming for Lumen and Veridel.
Okay. So
they're coming from both sides of your camp.
So
what are they, by the way?
Do you have a picture? I think there's actually a picture. It's
Yeah.
all right.
So they're little owl things, like with wings and claws, and they're big. Okay.
see how that's a hunting pair? You see that? See
Oh
that?
yeah.
That's exactly what's happening right now.
All right. Those little fuckers.
All right. So we catch. So we see them ahead of time, I guess.
Yeah. You know it's coming. It's like the growling and the yard.
Now, are they approaching our general area, like including the decoy scent, or us specifically? Like
You specifically.
Okay.
You guys.
There's more than two. There's more than one.
Yeah, it's a mated. There's two. You can tell there's two.
All right.
Or at least the sounds, the growls are coming from both sides.
All right. I slip the glove on.
Okay.
Lumen, I think you should go towards one, basically, so we don't stay in the middle. You just beeline towards one, and then I will pounce on the one that's going to inevitably come up behind you.
Okay.
So, and you.
I would like to point out also that you've had a couple days in the mountains hiking. This is day 2, so that any healing spells that you wanted to dispensate, you should probably sort out now.
Yeah. I imagine that would happen. So, I put myself back up to full.
Okay.
So anyway, well, I mean, if we're rolling initiative,
I guess you're all at full hit points because I raised you a level.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. That's a great way to go.
So we need initiative.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And was Kree following them or just hanging out where you were?
I don't know what Kree's doing. You have
No,
way
he.
to know.
Like he was following the creatures. Yeah.
Oh, following the creatures. Okay, though that's good. Well, but I'm just still saying Veridel and Lumen don't know where you are.
Yeah, for sure. I just.
Okay, the creature gets a 1. Go first, Lumen. Strike first. It's not
Okay.
undead. It is not magic. It is a feral animal hungering, and you are the prey.
Okay, so what Lumen wants to do is he wants to grab it with the Praetor's hand, and he wants to bite its head with his carnivorous teeth. So I don't know if I got to grab it first and then bite it later, but
Yep. Its armor class is 13.
yeah, he's got a 20 modified. So
Modify 20. Okay, so we're not going to
Oh,
all.
20. Okay, let's see. No, okay.
so he's going to grab it and hold on to it. That's the plan
Okay.
for a total of 3 points of damage. And
3 points of damage. Okay. And you are biting, and you have it in the Praetor's hand. I'm going to give it some frost damage.
okay.
It seems that you channel some necrotic energy, and that hurts it really bad. And now it's realizing that it's bit onto. They have too big to chew.
Good.
Veridel.
All right. I want to scope out, kind of a place adjacent to the line that presumably Lumen would have followed to the other creature, knowing, I've seen these things fight at least once before, and knowing where the other one was, maybe perch on a boulder or something in that area with the autumn sword out and the glove on, and I want to wait, when the other one comes to, stalk behind Lumen, I want to pounce on it and strike.
Okay, roll for. What should we roll? What you can choose either your move silently or hide in shadows. If you can pass a hide in shadows roll, you get complete surprise on
Okay.
the beast.
So, 56. No, 46. 24. So yes, I got it.
Do your deal. You're
All right.
you're an assassin, right?
Attempt to assassinate. So this would be at +7 total. Oh, that is a 10 to hit.
I'm sorry. It's what?
A 10 to hit total.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't like what I was hearing. I had to take a minute I was hoping you were going to get it. I was hoping you were going to get the chance to assassinate a Vader.
Yeah, me too.
Now it knows it's there. Now it knows you're there. And it can smell you and sense you. It can listen for you. We added another round of initiative.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Cree, do you need to roll initiative and get in this?
Initiative, okay. Yeah, I didn't know how far you want to do it.
Attack your buddies.
4.
I thought you might want to help them. Veridel is up first.
All right. We are trying this again.
But it's not like it knows you're there. Armor class of 13.
It's a miss again.
Okay, Lumen.
All right. So that is a 12. Not going to happen. He was holding on to it, but I'm trying to bite it again, but roll 12.
Yeah, it It uses its back claws like a cat when you grab it. It tries to do this
Sure.
to your arm. It's going to try to do that to your chest.
Good luck on the plate mail, dude. By the way, I have a +1 for dexterity. So would that make it a 19 armor class?
Yes.
Okay.
I get an 18. And I get an 18.
Whoa.
Pretty close.
You could try to make an attempt to surprise. Your attack into this, you could have a chance like Verodale did for a surprise. This one would have to be your move silently, though. If you move silently, you can come up behind one of these creatures and attack it with surprise, like a true thief does.
Attack mine. Attack mine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the one with Varidel because
If you get move silently, you get your backstabbing bonus.
okay.
This is what you're going for. Otherwise, you won't be surprised. You go against this.
Okay, I got a 59. Let's see. 24. Okay, I got it.
Stab attack for a thief is +4 and double damage.
Uh, 18
Nice.
total.
Yeah.
I'm using. Can I use can I use silver? So vampire? Yeah, I do. Right?
Yeah, you don't have a problem with silver.
Okay.
Silver
So
is for those
for the
rabid
lycans.
dogs known as lycanthropes, lichens.
So, okay. 5. So 10 damage.
10 damage. Ow! Forces a morale check on that boy. An animal, you know. It's not a rabid. Morale is 8. It rolls an 11. It howls in pain and scampers over a rock and away. It retreats. It gives up the fight.
That's right.
So that leaves a round of initiative and 1 Vader instead of 2. Verido?
Can I get to the other one this round?
Yeah, but it's not going to be surprised.
Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna run over there and swing at it then.
Okay, an armor class of 13.
Yeah, that's a 22.
Okay.
It's 3 damage and 6 rounds of vertigo.
Got a 6 also.
That's -4 to all the things, I think, is what we
Yeah.
determined.
You screwed up its vertigo. Oh yeah. It's so out of there. It's so trying to get out of there. It's like flop. It's trying to flap its wings. It falls over some boulders and it's trying to scamper away.
Lumen's gonna try to grab it if he can.
Roll to hit.
Creed's next. Sorry, Creed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a swing at the stumbling Vator.
Trying to get airborne.
13.
Is a hit.
Just 2. 2 damage.
It's dead. You guys solved the blood problem for the night. You're not really sure when you would start suffering any type of ill effects. No one told you without blood. That is something you do not know. Seems what you do know is a day and far and you're fine. but now you can feed off the freshly dead Vader.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't mind us, Lumen. We're just gonna.
Flip it up.
I just tried to bite one, so I'm with you. I actually fit in with you guys because I have teeth just like you.
Oh, right.
Just saying. We are a bunch of blood-sucking fiends, except I like hardtack better. So we lived through it.
The morning turns bright, and I guess there's nothing for it but to keep on trudging.
I wish Tuxtable was here.
Yay. Yay. You're making good headway to the west in a steady direction, at least. You're if you're on mile 5 of the day, that will probably put you near noontime. You know you're on the western slope of the Yanni Hor now. You're going to be descending. You're fully on descending. And in where were you be? It's a what you guys is I need Cree and Veridel to roll hear noise.
Okay. I got 56. 6.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, and you know it's you even know how many there are there. It's not an animal, it's people, and there's 3 of them.
Behind us?
2 are up ahead, 1 are behind. And then to this the path that you're on is a narrow ledge. It's 5 you got 5 feet of trail, and then it drops off into ravine land, and then it's 8 feet really sheer next to you, and then it bends back. You can't really see, but it's scree and boulders. And you're on like a bend, a U. You're at the bottom of the U.
Is it inside you or outside you? Like we are.
Yeah.
The bottom of the U is south.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm going to look at it east to west. You're heading west on the U.
So we're on a narrow ledge,
Mhm.
about 8 feet wide. What's the order? Who's in what order? I wouldn't be in front.
I'm in front.
I'll be in the middle of
Okay. So it would be Cree, probably Cree, Lumen, Faradell.
Yeah, and particularly if we start hearing this, I'm gonna have the glove on in the back.
Yeah. So yeah, we both hear them. So you can you put your glove, and
Yep.
I'm just gonna call upon them.
One of them steps out. It's a Furbaxian barbarian, all in his goat skin and loincloth and wooden spear.
Well, Lumen's got the full hood on, by the way. He's just sort of like can't see his face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are hooded because of the sun also. Yeah.
Yeah, the Furbaxian barbarian. He's speaking in Furbaxian. Does anyone know it's Furbaxian?
Lumen has a
He does.
intelligence, and he might be able to catch.
Actually, Cree knows Furbax because you were a monster hunter, and that's what you did. You hung out here in the mountains all the time, so you'd run into these dudes. So you'll know at least that they're if at first, if they decided that they would wanted to kill you outright,
They would have done it already.
they would have done it already. So
They're
this guy steps
kinda
out.
curious.
What?
They are just curious about us.
Yes, yeah. They want to know, like whose spirit represent, and in which god of their totems can slay baiters so easily, feast upon their lifeblood. Show us that. Show us that. We will be kings in our tribe. That's the gist of their conversation.
Sounds like you could have pawns.
Yeah. Are we racing? Are we spreading our disease?
But they had seen what you guys had done last night. It looks like all the way to the. So
Okay.
they believe that you're a dark spirit of the mountains that is walking in daylight and has the power to destroy baiters and feast upon their flesh. Yes, they want to know the way of the baiter killers. What do you got for them?
I look at Lumen and just gotta whisper. What do you want to do with this? Primitive people.
Hand axes and spears.
They have
Crudely made.
crudely
Crudely made. Yep.
I mean,
They're from the Bear Clan.
Lumen says they want your magic. Maybe they could help us.
Okay, I tell them to take us to their people. Give me just a second, guys.
Yep,
And
no
then when he says that, Lumen holds up the praetor's hand and just holds it there, completely shrouded.
They back off a little bit and do some of this. They're cowed by your displays of darkness. They do seem, I mean, they don't seem to have a problem with the fact that they believe that you work for dark spirits.
I think we should go full like charlatan. Like we come up with something and then just say that they're now, empowered to
Yeah.
to go do it.
Like bestow upon them.
Yeah, we kind of
We go do some ritual, kill an animal
yeah.
amongst their people or something, and they feast on it, and then boom, you got it.
I could grab their face and do some damage and then say they have power. Just grab the first one by the face and say, "You are the anointed one."
Yeah, maybe they're shamans or something. They may have a kind of a leader. Do that to their.
He's just gonna do it. He's gonna step forward, right, and he's gonna work very, very cautiously, and then
He's like the first one's like on his knees in the trail waiting for it. Give it to me. Give me the full whatever.
And he just puts his thing on his face and he just like lets it sizzle for a second and then pushes him back.
And we show our we don't show our face, but we just show our mouth, our fangs, and Lumen shows her his pointy teeth.
The other two can't wait to get theirs.
they start with stones.
Okay,
kicking them.
and they intend to follow you guys
Lumen will anoint them.
wherever you need.
And then maybe you guys could get something, you know. Yeah. It's up to you. You must be hungry.
We can kill some beaters that later than that night if one of them wishes to be the bait. We just gonna show them how to do that.
So
Okay, that's a bit elaborate to set up. So I want is Veridel and Loon got
Mhm.
anything else they want to do this evening or planning to do when they're settling down to when it's time to settle down the camp? I guess. Well, you're as you guys, I guess, just trek west for
Well,
another half a day.
and they're following us. We got like 3 little fledglings.
hmm
I think there's some long-term benefit if they're really going to hang around with us that long. Just thinking about culturally in Valitaire, in long-term, assuming we get there, it's common for nobles and whatnot to have slaves. So I was thinking no matter what, we're probably going to try to get nice clothes and dress ourselves up and that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, let's. I like Gabriel's idea. Let's let these guys feel like they're part of it. Kind of initiation rite of maybe having one of them go lure one towards us, and
Well, here's another one. What is your involuntary draw towards eating them? I mean, you got to be really hungry. I don't know. I mean, they're like carrying around a fridge, with like some sandwiches. They just walk with you. They walk
you
in the
mean
refrigerator.
you mean why aren't we eating or
Yeah,
feeding from the barbarians?
why aren't you feasting on them?
I'm hesitant to spread it.
I mean, I'm
Do we understand
for
the turning
sh-
aspect, Jay? Do we have to completely drain them of blood to turn them?
You don't know.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I guess we are like weary or troubled by spreading what we have. This thing out of control is gonna turn gonna turn Rom'Myr into another vampire world.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's gonna
Inadvertently,
happen all over again. You're gonna find somewhere else to go.
that option that could occur.
Yeah.
The events that the fate have ordained and the dice gods have chosen definitely.
You're
Yeah.
We can.
not
I mean, we,
acculturated to the vampire life. You have no idea what being a vampire is all about, right? You just have the disease. You don't have the culture. That's
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a way to do it safe. Like you decapitate somebody and you could still feast on them and they're not going to turn. We could do that. I don't know that we need to with these guys. In
I
fact,
mean, we can experiment. I mean, get one, feed on the guy,
You can see
not
why
do
no
not
one
kill
likes
it.
these guys, right? You can see already why it's just socially they're like been found out, hunted, and killed. Just
Yeah.
okay.
So we can feed on one of them without killing it and see like wait to see how it goes if he turns.
yeah,
You guys want to feed on them as a ritual, as part of making them the hunters that you are. They are more than willing to do that too.
I don't know that I'm
Just,
there yet.
just
I
want to say that. That's
I've
I
got
think
a
there's other
You're gonna-
benefits to just having them around for a bit longer, maybe until we get out of the complete wilderness.
like the Mouseketeers, man. It's like Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. They're like,
I mean, I'm willing to experiment.
let's keep them wanting it. Keep them wanting it a little bit, right?
Hmm.
Pull them along. I want to get to this city. Where's that? Can we keep walking toward that?
I'm surprised you haven't asked them where the fuck you are. You not one of you have asked these wild barbarians that live out here, hey, where are we?
I was going to get there eventually
No,
once
you
we.
guys weren't getting anywhere near that. Okay,
We
where are
haven't
you?
even settled in for the night. I really was, yeah. I mean, like we let's get past the quote initiation rite over. Are we gonna kill a bird? Like, what are we gonna do? But then, like after that, yeah, we're gonna settle down and we're gonna have a conversation, or like presumably Kree is.
Lumen doesn't ask those questions. Just saying.
I think we're looking to get down, to below the western slopes. I think that the first hop would be like the village of Kryn, but I'm not sure if they would be familiar with where that's at.
They not familiar with the village of Kryn. They are familiar with the city of Rom'Myr. They take you for Rom'Myrian.
Of Balater?
Well, no, you're in the robes. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Valater.
Yeah.
Valater. If you head, if we keep on going west for another day, hard push, we're going to be in the foothills and in cold heath south of Valater, and the cold heath is where most Valetarians, peasant farmers who live in the wilderness and live out on the front city live. That's like the cold heath is the dividing line between civilization and none.
Here.
Yep.
Where are the good times in this country? Where are the good times in this world? The green trees and
The cold heath, I guess, is kind of like it's a lot of high alpine tundra. Western slope Colorado, like you've seen it, Utah. There's places where there's trees down along places of rivers and maybe villages and cultivated lands where there's peasants, and then there's dirt, antelope and scrub oak. But the cold heath is a densely packed just over your head, gnarly trees, but they give berries and sustenance to a lot of things in the area.
But we're in like the open, like rocky country right now, right?
You're in the mountains descending. You're coming off the mountain. I'm considering you guys still in the mountains, and you're a day away or half a day away from reaching Heath.
I have one other question, I think, is have they or their people seen any of the strangled come through the mountains recently?
Good question.
Because there was a thing about like they kind of went like we first came to the mountain range because we had a clue that the cave system led towards where the strangled go, and that information was presumably valuable.
Yes, they would know they know that where that entrance is that you refer to.
Yeah, but had they seen any coming and going recently?
I gotta get to some. This is table ship for sure.
I don't even know if I need an answer like right now.
Well, roll a 1d12.
D12.
I can give you an
Highly
answer.
unused dice.
I like the D12.
You would.
It's got a great range. It's pretty flat.
It's an 8.
We should bring back the D12.
They say do another initiation, right? And lead us on another step to our apotheosis. And we'll go out and find that information for you. We don't know it, but we could find that out.
Okay. I think we would play it as like all in due time kind of thing. An opportunity will present itself when we will do battle, and we'll get there.
Mm-hmm. They don't want, when you get down to the bottom of the mountains, they don't want you to go into the cold heath and to the demons, the world of the white demons. They're like plucking at your robes and stay.
You don't want to come with us? We have business to tend to.
we're forbidden to mix with or have contact or not kill on sight any of the you civilized demons.
You're
Like
That is,
forbidden.
the-
that's our bound oath. No, forbidden not to kill. They are the decadent ones, or that which the goat lord does not approve of.
Um,
The dog and bear do not approve
all
of
right.
the civilized.
What do you say we make them come with us, or else they aren't with us?
Or we put a pin in this. Like maybe we talk to them about, all right, that's fine. We can respect that. Maybe we can find out where their people live in the mountains, vaguely, and maybe ask them if they have, some sort of totem or trinket or something that would show that, if we come visit them, that we come in good faith. And we will return at some point once our
Okay,
business is done.
Mhm.
they hand that over.
All right. Totem of Bear Clan, is that?
We'll call it the dog and bear clan. Clan of dog and bear.
Nice.
And we have like a vague direction of where their people are, I guess.
Yep. They want to know when to look for you next. They would hate to see you wander the wilderness unnecessarily.
Um, maybe we would confidently say something, but that like we'd come off confident, but the messaging would still be vague, and that the game that we're hunting, is hard to track, and it may be some time, but we will pass through here again.
Okay. They will stay here for the next. They promise that we'll stay here for the next 9 days, till the cycle of the full moon. Just so you know, like as a courtesy.
I see.
So if you need to get back in, we'll stay here for 9 days.
Okay.
And then it'll be marked by the and then in 9 days it's the night of the full moon, and they'll use the light to return back to their village and hopefully to see you.
Okay.
All right.
The killed heath is what? It's now you're like in Peasantville. There's fields and areas carved out where there's farmsteads. Further west would be the salt farmers traveling back and forth daily, going to get salt and dry out mud for salt.
Mhm.
Hardwood goods from the cold heath, and eventually the it's not the bleeding mistress.
I just want to make a suggestion to my compadres is that we adopt a ritualized procession, where we just sort of walk slowly and with everything,
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, let's come up with a plan before we even approach the gates of Valater. I was also kind of hoping we would make our way back. Like maybe we could ask one of the peasants where Kren is. We have a name of a noble that lives there. I sort of forget some of the context, but let's clean ourselves up maybe a little bit somehow. Maybe we could find better
Kryn,
clothes or something.
Kryn's just a couple of days due north. It would put you, you would pass the city, not close to it or anything like that.
I mean, maybe it's not advantageous to go that way. I don't know. I was just trying to think of maybe not showing up looking like we do in the city, and go under some other guys.
well,
Yeah, which one of you are doing the talking?
it's not Roman. He's got a 7 charisma.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. Let's put it this way: the peasants are hesitant to have dealings with the sorcerers from Valater.
Well, that's who we are then,
That's
right?
what's that. Yeah, that's what they're taking you as. But I guess that's the local slang for the rich of Valater and their decadence and their power and their weird ways
Yeah.
that one must be fearful of. They kidnap babies. You guys kidnap babies. Everyone knows it.
Stu, are you talking about not having the robes on? What are you talking about cleaning up?
Mm-hmm.
We cannot be without the robes, man.
Yeah.
During daylight, you don't have to wear them at night.
Or maybe
run-
yeah, because you're right. It's going to be hard. I was going to say some of us dress as if we're like merchant or noble class, which seems to at least go a long way of not being hassled in the city. But I guess Lumen could do that, and we could be his servants.
Lumen looks pretty shined up.